Hello everyone, we're playing some rank today. I've been playing too much, but enough to climb slowly. Right. Reese is really becoming tricky to play against. If it's Quest Priest, then I know what I'm dealing with. If it's Naga Priest as well, Naga Priest is going to be a very big problem. There's also a big priest now. I want things which draw. I need to keep the tempo going. I need to have answers to any boards he may have. The Shadow Essence and Eternal Servitude. I assume this is the deck he's playing. It's a nasty deck. It's really powerful once it gets going. Very hard to deal with. Got cards like Stoneborn General, Neptulon. You can resurrect them. Okay, so it's a 30 card deck. So it could be big. That's big. Equality and Samaran. Yeah.
Well met.
Playing Golden Priest here. Make sure the recording is going okay. Seems to be okay. Oh, 1 minute. Why don't you have the deck tracker showing? That's strange. One minute. Let's see if we get the deck tracker up. Is that it? Okay, yeah. Okay. So I've got potentially his deck over here. This could be Naga Priest, which actually wouldn't be too bad here. Naga Priest actually wouldn't be too bad now that I've got Equality and Samura. He's taking his time. Right. Okay, so this is that card. Do I want to bait him into overcommitting?
Really? It's not too heavy.
I want to keep these on board. Unfortunately, he's got that card which absorbs 1 health from all minions. I think I'm in a bit of trouble. I can get rid of this. I don't want to waste my quality just on this because he's got many other threats. I think I have to trade this. Hopefully I don't have to waste his time to heal up. Very hard decision that was. See, if he uses the this is clearly Naga Priest, so I'm going to change the deck because this is not the deck he's actually playing. It's very strange how priest is the worst class at the moment. But yet, it seems very strong whenever I play it. Even if I do end up winning a lot of the time. Okay. Because this is potentially his deck, which you're about to see now. Right, so he's played the Pelagos, he's played the Cathedral. Right, that doesn't buff him up in the way he thought it would. It has to be a spell. You have to cast a spell on him. So I guess I play Okani and counter a spell. Yeah, let's counter a spell here. Oh, does he have coin? Did he use coin? I think he's used his coin.
No, I've got this.
There's much point trading into this. Unless he buffs this up and you're just giving him an extra 2 attack. The idea is to get as many minions on board now, so when he does do a swing turn I can equalize and just trade them in regularly. I don't even need to have the extra 4 mana for Samurai. Unfortunately we've got a very bad hand in terms of developing. I could put this down and a silver hand. Well, that's interesting. Alright. Countered his counter spell. No, he's silence, right? Okay. So I guess that worked, didn't it? Huh. And now buffs that up. There's a buff spell. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I just waited till he overcommitted. But it could be he just doesn't have a good board that can develop at the moment. I'd like to buff this up a bit more. I'm assuming he... Well, Pelagos isn't a Naga, so he could have Serpent Wing in hand. He did a full mulligan, so he could just have a very unfortunate deck. Yeah, we can't let the Pelagos get out of control. So it's just going to get bigger and bigger and just be too dangerous. Maybe I could have held off for one more turn. That tells me he's in big trouble. So we've got some nice rush minions coming up. We just play the light ray next turn. Okay. These are some good turns I've got coming up here. Let's put the 6/6 down. So he's already used out a Shadow Word Devour. He's used both of them. That's one card I don't have to worry about. The next couple of turns are looking much better. This into this, then I should have many more options. Who's Noob? Noob is... He's a chicken. No, he's only a bronze. Don't make haste, please. Hopefully you rage quits, which is not the way you climb. You gotta work your hardest every single game if you want to climb. Right, that is unfortunate. I've got enough to kill that. Oh, just one off. That is so unfortunate. I have to use all of them into this. It's really unfortunate. Let's go this way. Righteous defense is nice. What do we get from here? Order in the court. So we draw, then the next turn we draw our Denathrius and our Cariel. Or do we value this more? We go order in the court here. So, if he doesn't create too much of a threat, I can just use righteous defense to deal with this. You can draw a card, of course. So I go righteous defense, draw, or dredge a card. If we're lucky, the righteous defense will actually go on the Samuro, which gives us potentially a massive board clear. We'll have to see. That's here we go. He's going for it. 4 mana. Does he have a serpent wig? Oh dear, he drew cards. That's not good. So I could go Samuro into this after if he decides to trade that.
My blood boils for war.
He's going face. That was a massive mistake. He doesn't have enough time to do all of this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh dear. Not looking good. Alright, we'll see if we can deal with this. Didn't go on the Samurai, unfortunately. We can still use the Samurai to clear most of the squad though. Yeah. And I guess we draw this. We've got to get rid of that, don't we? What did it go on? It went, oh, we got an 18-15 rush. Okay, that should be enough to deal with a 1-1, despite the fact that I know he's got serpent wigs in hand. How many has he got? He's got both of them. We've got equality, which is fantastic. He's got. I don't think he's got any board control. Maybe Hexen. Maybe. But be careful with the Boon of Ascended as well. Don't to create a big move and copy it. It's looking much more positive. We've got lots of ways to play the following turns, depending on what he does. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what he actually does. It's that simple. We've got a quality city tax. That's a complete board clear.
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
We've got card draw. We've got a lot of card draw with this. We've got massive minion.
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
If he overcommits here, yeah,
A mistake.
Well played.
yeah, I think we just take control of the game now. Let's draw with this first.
Really, it's not too heavy.
Detail's nice. Do we want our Donatorius now? I think we go for the Donatorius. Well, we got Dredge first. Okay, this is good. This can destroy a big minion.
Initializing the site.
I'm not sure if this is the right play, but okay, we take that. Yeah, so I believe we draw the Righteous Protector, not the Sylvanas. We should have thought that through a bit more carefully. It gets very confusing with reordering the deck, dredging. It's very complicated. And now Theater. He's down to 9 cards, so he's in trouble. He's got a Radiant Elemental. He's got the 2 Serpent Wigs. However big he makes his guy now, I could just kill it with the rush. Yeah, this should be game over now. Even if he makes a massive minion, then copies it with Boon of the Ascended, I should still be able to kill it. He doesn't have anything like I do. Righteous Defense to steal my stats and put it on his. You know, that's a very priesty thing to do. It used to be the old priest. Used to basically play like that. Okay.
Your purpose awaits.
Well played. Woe betide those who set themselves
Yeah, so it's completely desperate there.
giants.
If you want to be really mean to someone, you kill them with a dredge, and then they don't actually die until you choose what card you want to dredge, and yeah. And then you can actually wait out the turn and wait for your turn to end, and when your turn ends, they lose. It's not very nice. So I wouldn't advise anyone to try doing that. Same sort of thing with honorable kill, you can do that as well. You honorable kill the hero, and then you get to discover something as well. You won't die until you've actually chosen what you want to discover. Alright.
Uther versus Anduin.
Light makes right.
I will fight with honor.
Who are we playing here? Another priest. I think maybe we keep the quality and just the quality. Maybe we need to have something a bit more proactive. The quality is good enough. We want to have minions on perfect, so we're going to have minions on board now, which can contest his board. Okay, this is a 40 card deck.
Need a bit more spice Over here.
Job's done.
Let's see what he might be playing. I don't recognize a 40 card. Oh, of course, Quest Priest. Okay, so this should be a win for us as long as we get going quickly.
Reporting for duty.
So we need to infuse with 4. Yeah, we've got 4 minions on board. So we should have a nice card draw turn 5. Okay, so he's playing on curve, which is not ideal. He's going second, which is much better for Priest as well, because they get the extra card. Take a holy spell. It's going to get reduced, so we can play it next turn if he plays a minion.
Battle.
Too spicy.
Rush in with this.
Job's done.
This costs 0. The nice thing is these get reduced as well. Not so nice if he steals them, but okay. Okay. That works out really nicely.
For the Alliance and my family, I fight.
Yes, yes, right away.
Okay. And if he kills both of these, then I've got my famished fool on curve. Instead he's healing me and he's drawing, so he does have a 3-drop.
Feel the sun bear down upon you.
Discover a spell from your deck. What's Quest Priest running nowadays? Okay, here's a basic Quest Priest deck. It's likely if you're looking at an HS replay, trying to find out which version they're using, they're probably using the version which is most commonly played. Right, Theatar's important for stealing their quest rewards, so don't go crazy with that.
I fight.
Yes, yes, right away.
I do have to worry about any board he creates here. Oh, that's nice. What do you need? He needs a 3 cost. Now we can cheat and have a look, and he just drew.
I must move quickly.
He drew a spell. Let's just protect our board against spells. No, I think we actually go minion. That could be a mistake, because he can always play the cathedral if he's got the cathedral. Okay, fine. Right, oh dear. If he gets my theatre, I'm going to be well annoyed. I can't use my theatre now. Oh, I've got to really hope he kills my board so I can draw lots of cards, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. What did he just play? Oh, Identity Thief. Should have done the counter spell. Alright, fine. Did he take the theatre? That's the question. I just don't know. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had the 1 in 2 chance of hitting my theatre there. If he uses theatre, takes my theatre, I've got no way of stealing his win condition. If I play theatre now, I don't have a way of stealing his win condition. So I just have to hope he doesn't have it.
Reporting for duty.
This is really not ideal. I'm going to risk putting 1 more down just so I can infuse this. And let's see if he plays this card now. Because Theatar is on curve for him. Yeah, he got the Theatar. Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't take my Theatar. He's taken my Theatar, hasn't he? Right, so now we have to win by brute force. Okay, revenge is nice. So he's got another theatre coming. Unfortunately, he buffed up the wrong one. Oh, that's pretty good. He thinks I'm gonna dredge this up.
Yes, yes,
I think we just go everything face here.
The battle.
And we
Reporting for duty.
play that. My goodness, this is tricky now. But look at that, he's down to 12. He's down to 12 already because I've been going face the whole game. AoE time. Conviction, condemn, yeah. A lot of my board survives though.
This is not what we stood.
Oh, this could be really good. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's almost lethal. How do we do this? Let's just... We're not going to win this turn, so might as well. Now what are you going to pick?
Pillage the village.
Do like this.
yes, yes, right away.
So what do you draw off that? It's highest cost card. Which could be an 8-drop. So if it is that big monster thing. Okay. All I need is my charge minion now. Just need my charge minion. Two, three, okay.
The light dims, but we fight.
I don't have any holy spells left. Wow. That's unusual.
Dims, but we fight.
Right, so these should be... Oh, perfect. And he can't play the theatre. The theatre is not going to help him because he needs something big in hand. Oh my goodness. Really? Let's try dredging here. Yeah, I think we just dredge. Try playing our Drunken Mooncatcher. Oh, we could try ordering the court. Let's see we go for the Mooncatcher here. Can he deal with this? Remember, I've got an excellent board clear. I could clear anything he puts on board now with the quality city tax. Or if it's single or just... Yay, we've done it.
Well played. You have been.
We're in legend. Very nice. Yeah, it was a bit scary with the theatre. They're taking my theatre, so I didn't have that win condition about stealing his Zyrella. But yeah, we've done it. 5,712. Is that better than last month? It was about the same. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. This is my new Control Paladin with a couple of new additions. Oh, we've got the new packs as well. Let's have a quick look at the deck. Quick look at the deck. It's my own idea. It's based on the core Control Paladin idea. You've got your card draw, your little minions which you want to buff up with, like Spannerman, or even with Righteous Defense. You've got for aggro, you've got a quality Your city tax, you've got Battle Vicar to get you another quality if you need, or another city tax, depending what you're holding in your hand. You've got a couple of dredge cards. You've got Azoran Mooncatcher, which won me the game there, effectively. Seafloor Savior, which can actually draw it. So, unfortunately, it's the wrong order. This is 2 mana, that's 3 mana. So, you've got to play the 3 mana first, then dredge it with the 2 mana. Ideally, you want to buff up the Sunken Mooncatcher because it doubles itself. So, if you buff it up, then both will get buffed, like you saw in the game just now. Actually, you didn't see that because it wasn't buffed. Then you've got the newish card, Ordering the Court, which gets you a very nice curve. It gets your Denatary straight away, but then it gets Light Rain. Light Rain costs 1 less for each Paladin card you play this game. We're running almost all Paladin cards. That's why when you play this Muckborn Servant, discover Paladin card, you can even consider taking this card, the Countess, because you have about 5 or 6 non-Paladin cards, so this could be useful later on in the game. Renathal, obviously. Akani is also a non-Paladin card. It's a very useful card to disrupt your opponent. It helps develop your board, and they could basically, it doesn't just disrupt them one card all the time. Sometimes it can completely spoil their curve. They might have been playing a perfect curve until then, and you just disrupt the curve, and they're basically not playing optimally for the next 2 or 3 turns. You put them behind in tempo. And Samuro, the idea is to buff it up, ideally, and you know, become like a 5 attack minion, do 5 AoE, plus 5 to the minion you're actually attacking, because that takes a 5 attack damage as well. And then the frenzy attack does damage to the same minion again. The other way to use Samuro is with equality. You equality the whole other side, and as long as the minion you attack has got less than 5 attack, less than 6 attacks, 5 maximum, then the Samuro will survive. The frenzy will be triggered, and you clear his board. Carrier Realm, we got a few, as you saw in that game, got a few holy spells, which are nice to get the reduction, but also it's Divine Shield Rush, 4 attack, very powerful. This is an inclusion I've done recently. Chillblade Champion, charge with lifesteal. Now, once you get Carrier on board, you keep buffing up your minions. If it keeps hitting the Chillblade Champion, then that's going to become a very big charge minion, which you can completely swing a game with. Either you play into a minion where you're about to die, you remove his massive minion and you heal yourself, or you could just go face with it. School Teacher, Famished 4 just for the extra card draw. Spammy Alchemist you can use with equality if things aren't set up that well, or if you need to remove like a very big minion, you could use Righteous Defense with the Spammy Alchemist. Don't be too greedy that you want the perfect setup with Spammy Alchemist, because as long as you clear a board, at the end of the day you've got 5 mana 3/4 on board, and you've removed something from them, so it's usually good if you end up with a clear board. Theater, self-explanatory, just can do so much. Such a flexible card, because still the Natrius, it almost always steals something which is more useful than the thing which you're giving back to them. As you saw in the last game, he stole my Theater. This is extremely powerful against a quest priest. I didn't get to show it this game. As a Theater, you just wait for him to complete his quest. He has 2 mana left, so he can't play his Zyrella. Then you play the Theater, and hopefully you steal their Zyrella, and you get the Shard of Light, or whatever it's called in your deck. And he doesn't have a win condition. Sylvanas, just another very good card. So let's have a look. So we've got Akani, Renathal, Spammy Alchemist, Theater, Sylvanas, Varian, and Denathrius. So we've got 7 non-Paladin cards. We did try to make this a pure Paladin deck, but It's just the payoff wasn't big enough. Just to have the Countess in your deck, especially a 40 card deck, and you're running Renathal. You can always play the 30 card version without Renathal and have a pure Paladin deck, but I think in this matter the extra 10 health is really powerful. Anyway, so we're saying about ordering the court, so that gets your Denatorius out straight away, and then the next turns you're going to be drawing your light rays, which usually will cost 0 after you've played plenty of these Paladin cards, especially if you get a simple sous chef early and you play 2 Silverhand recruits, so that's already 3 Paladin cards, which is going to make this 6. So very often you play this turn 4 or 5 for about 4 or 5 mana, or if you leave it to turn 6 or 7, this is probably going to be 0 cost. Varian is an amazing card because we've got lots of rush minions. We've got Leviathan, we've got Cariel, we've got Samira, I might be forgetting one of them. We've got lots of Divine Shield minions like the Righteous Protector, Leviathan again, Cariel, and Mooncatcher. And also we've got lots of taunt minions like Light Rays. And the Light Rays and the 3 cost, where is it? Muckborn Servant. And also Righteous Protector again. So this is an amazing card. You almost always get full value from this, unless you draw it right at the end of your deck. But this deck it's got so much shuffling. You know, if you shuffle the deck, then you're going to draw this 3rd or 4th. You've got dredge cards. You've got Leviathan. You've got Seafloor Savior. So basically, you've kind of got access to most of your deck in one way or the other. You've got tutor cards. You can get a holy spell from your deck. You can draw a minion from your deck. It's just such a nice, well-rounded deck. Card draw itself, you can choose what card you want, but to actually draw the cards quickly, that could be a downside of this deck. That's why I got the Famished Fool. Hopefully play that to get 3 cards, or the Varian draws you 3 cards. Yeah, otherwise this is a nice all-round deck, and you can really adapt your mulligan to what you're facing. If you're facing an aggro, then you want things like you want Alliance Bannerman and some small minions like Sinful Sous Chef, Righteous Protector, City Tax, especially against Imp Warlock, to get rid of those imps even without equality. Equality if you're maybe playing against a hunter or something like that, or another archetype which has lots of minions but they're not necessarily 1 health. You've got the quality City Tax combination, or quality Samurai combination. Against control decks, you want to get your big hitting minions as soon as possible, so you want to keep ordering the court. If you it's hard to tell because there's so many, almost all the classes have got an aggro and a control type deck, so I wouldn't risk keeping ordering the court against almost any deck. Warriors got an aggro version now. Obviously Warlocks are very aggro. Demon Hunters got aggro decks. Druid, even Druid, the big mana ramp class, that's got aggro Druid, which is extremely fast, probably the fastest deck in the game. Hunter obviously is fast. Mage, don't see Mech Mage anymore, so Mage might be a safe bet to go for more of a value based mulligan. Paladin's usually going to be like a big value, probably Jailer Paladin or something like that, so you want to go for value. Well, you know, Paladin's a bit different because you really want to get him down very quickly before he gets time to play his Jailer. So maybe you go for a lower curve against Paladin, even though it's a slower deck. You just want to beat it outright. Priest, you've got Naga Priest, and even Big Priest is quite fast. Not the first 4 or 5 turns, but you definitely want to get a board going beforehand, especially against the very powerful Naga priest. As you saw in the first game, that we really needed to have all our removal tools, and we needed to have minions on board, so we didn't have to, like when we play equality, we don't have to have a city tax in hand. We just got little tokens which can trade into their massive minions which they generate. Rogue, of course, you've got aggro rogue, even though you don't really, yeah. I mean, rogue is basically the massive control value deck now. Thief rogue, you don't see any other types of rogue anymore. Shaman, you've got Murloc Shaman, but it's not that popular. I haven't seen it. Maybe I've seen it once. But, you know, Control Shaman, it's probably much more common. Yeah. So right. So most of the decks, except the ones where you're pretty sure they're playing a control deck, you want to have your Alliance Bannerman. That's very key. It draws a card, buffs up your hand. Even keep your Seafloor Savior if you think that you're not going to get a good hand. So at least you can maybe get something good from it. It gives you a choice of 3, and you could even buff up the minion which is coming. Mugborn Servant's quite a good card, but I wouldn't keep it in the mulligan if it didn't have like a 1 or 2 drop as well. Anything else about this deck which you need to know? Yeah, the idea that the win condition of this deck is basically Chillblade Champion, buffing it up with a Cariel. That is the idea of the deck, and also Denathrius obviously is always a win condition in itself. Otherwise, this is just, you know, play the board, control the board with equality and righteous defense, and pick up some other useful holy spells with Battle Vicar. But your real win condition is just big minions coming down, having massive effects. And it's more of like a control type attrition deck with a nice big win condition at the end of it. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. We've reached Legend again. It's 3 months in a row now. And I hope you enjoyed that, and tell me if you have any success with this deck. Thanks for watching everyone, and bye for now.